Just a few things to update you all on, kind of the usual. With our EDC, I'll start with economic development. We're working through our business plan of our new content and branding efforts, which will be rolling out after Thanksgiving, so you'll be seeing that as a regional branding effort. With regards to historic Main Street revitalization, we've completed our open house and presentation of the revitalization plans. So discussions are actually progressing on redevelopment of the Gordman's building, also known as Project Sparkle. I hope to have before you all a draft option agreement for review and consideration before the holidays. And by the holidays, I mean before Christmas. That is my goal. Rivermont School redevelopment. Great news on that front. The Housing Authority met and they approved proceeding with project-based vouchers, which means that this project can then apply for those vouchers, and should they be awarded the ability to have 5 project-based vouchers to the project, it makes their application this March highly competitive in moving forward with redevelopment of that school into 47 affordable housing units, with the 5 voucher units being reserved for seniors, which would stay with the development itself. So that is exciting news and much needed progress in our low housing stock efforts here. With regards to the pad site, the geotech final results are expected before Thanksgiving. Right now we're working to design to a budget due to the presence of rock, which that's information that has been shared with you all. It's not a surprise given our topography. I mean, we are in the mountains. So right now we're just focusing on planning through phases 1 through 3 outright and designing to budget with that. Our first plan submittal from Timmins will be sent to the county on Monday, November 8th. So everything is on track and staying on schedule, which is very good. Everything is on schedule. And we are actively in the running for the VEDP site readiness grant, and the amount of $500,000 is our ask. That's about 10% of our projected project cost at this time. We're very optimistic in that, and the city has been very involved in the effort. With major projects, I will start with Rayon Bridge. Pleased to report that survey work is now underway. VDOT is reviewing fee proposals from Volkert and Timmins, and they are also working to finalize a geotech contract. It's important to emphasize that this is a VDOT-led and managed project. We are an active stakeholder at the table. They have assigned a project manager. Her name is Jean Uhl, so she will be our primary point of contact with VDOT for this project. Maple Avenue Phase 2 streetscape, the closeout is expected to be official with VDOT and the Federal Highway Administration by the end of the month. With our EQ basin, we're working with DEQ on construction considerations and exemptions to assist in cost control methods. And the project remains on schedule. However, we do have concerns, as is anyone's concern right now with construction, around shipping and material availability. And we have sent a letter to DEQ just mentioning the fact that we do have those concerns, but we are on schedule. With regards to Maple Avenue Phase 3 and our 220 transportation alternative applications, those have been submitted as previously reported to VDOT. We're awaiting word on next steps. The full application review for these take place between now and the spring before the Commonwealth Transportation Board meets. So we're kind of right now in a waiting period. If VDOT needs additional information, they'll reach out, but we kind of sit and wait. So we're working through, with regards to the Route 220 road safety audit, on targeting other projects and initiatives identified in that study that we can continue to go after to improve the safety and multimodal use of that corridor for all that use it. Recycling, an MOU that Mr. Popovich, our city attorney, developed on recycling as a shared service has been signed by the city of Covington and the town of Clifton Forge. We are awaiting the county's signature. Costs remain in line with our projections in the budget and are manageable, which I am pleased to report. So with that MOU, it makes it a shared regional service that once signed, all can use, and the county will contribute in the cost sharing of the recycling program. So essentially, you'll have a recycling facility on each end of the county. One in the city of Covington and then one in Clifton Forge serving those folks as well. Joint service efforts, inmate housing at the jail, that's always a topic that we deal with at budget time. The city has had discussions with the Rockbridge region as far as their administrators as well as the Regional Jail Authority on cost and housing and just how can we work and collaborate together and looking for opportunities. And Bath County as well. I actually met with Mr. Harrison last week, and we also are having housing and cost control discussions occurring locally as well with our sheriff and his senior staff. So we're working through that. And lastly, with our school consolidation, just from a city perspective, our Director of Parks and Recreation submitted a facilities grant to the Allegheny Foundation with regards to facility upgrades to the scholastic sports facilities that will be used in the consolidated system. Casey Field and the sports complex, namely locker rooms and being Title IX compliant. So that grant has been submitted to the Allegheny Foundation, and it had broad local governing body support. So beyond that, I'm happy to answer any questions you have about anything in this or general things. Because there's always a lot going on.
How about the Nettleton property?
Yes, we have an IFB ready. I was going to provide a formal update on that next week. I have that highlighted, so service efforts next week. So I can have new content next week and not just give the same stuff. I will give you a full update on that next week, along with where we are with our enhanced property maintenance and code enforcement efforts.
Anything else?
Thank you all.